time, one on the Iran talks. I know we got to wrap at 1:45.
Yeah, and we'll give you a note. We will note if he's running a little bit late and you have a little bit more time, we'll keep going.
Great,
so go ahead.
So off the top, the president seemed pretty confident Omicron is going to crop up in the U.S. Can you talk a little bit about when we might expect that to happen, how the White House will inform the public of its spread, and then I know it's going to take a couple of weeks for us or the administration to have a handle on all of the issues related to this variant. Why will it take a couple of weeks? Is the president confident in that timeline? Is he all right with that, or would he like the scientists to speed up? And then lastly, on boosters, he talked about the need for boosters. Does the White House have any plan to ramp up its promotion of boosters beyond what we've seen from the president?
Sure. Let me start with the timeline, because I think this is an important piece for the American people to understand what the process is and what the scientists are working on. So first and foremost, as you all know, we have a top-notch group of scientists across the country already set up to do this work, and they are working in close coordination with scientists and medical experts around the world. And you saw that coordination happen over the last several days. So, one of the things that was interesting to watch, I think should be compelling or encouraging, is that as soon as this variant popped up, it was communicated and coordinated around the world. That information was shared publicly in a transparent manner. That credit is owed to the South African leaders there, and certainly the president, to answer one of your earlier questions, is committed to continuing to be transparent with the American people as we see any cases come up in the United States. And Dr. Fauci and other medical experts have pointed to the possibility that that will and could happen, and we will be transparent with the public and track that closely. So let me go back to how this process works. These experts, our medical experts, are primed to do the work around the clock. When you want to test a virus, you need to isolate it from a swab and purify it and make sure it is a live virus. And the virus you intended to study, this takes some days. This all takes days. Then you need to grow a stock of it to test. Again, days to weeks. And once it's grown, you have to sequence it and make sure it hasn't mutated again while it grew, again, days. And finally, you need to actually test the virus with antibodies from vaccinated people. Again, days. The last steps needs to be repeated because we want to make sure we've gotten this right. So that is the process that our medical team is undergoing now, because they want to be able to report back some of the important questions and unknowns at this point in time. The efficacy of the vaccines and if any additional steps are needed to take, and we're prepared to do those. What the American people should know is that the president is going to do everything. He's going to always err on the side of protecting the American people. That's why we put in place the travel restrictions, and we will continue to assess any step we need to take in order to do exactly that. I may have missed one of your questions. Did I miss a question? Okay.
Boosters?
Oh, boosters, and whether we're going to promote these further. Well, I would say you heard the president say this earlier today, and we have had medical experts, Dr. Fauci and others, across the airwaves and out there in public over recent days to convey clearly that we know that boosters can strengthen antibodies in the American people. There are still tens of millions of people out there who have not gotten their booster. If people feel they don't know what to do right now, they're not sure which step they should take, even as there are unknowns, and we acknowledge there are unknowns we're looking to get to the bottom of, there's no question that getting a booster will help strengthen people, protect them, and we will continue to project that out publicly.
And then on the Iran nuclear